Hey guys, author Gabriella here recounting how my book signing at Rochester, New York, which was a part of my 2024 book tour went. So as usual, it was such an incredible experience to be able to sign these copies of Asparians, Gardens, The Elements, and Whispering Willow. For all of you guys, you know that I love telling you about my stories and my journey as a young author. And I also love hearing feedback from you guys and to be able to sign these copies of my books for all of you. So as you can see, I'm joined by my trusty banner, which shows the main character, Rael, as well as me cosplaying as her. And we can see on the table that I have some pens to sign some books, some flyers, and obviously my books. Now, the Barnes&Nobles that I was signing my books at here in Rochester, New York, was a pretty big Barnes&Nobles. As you can see, there were two floors. The bottom floor, which I have my table set up, and the top floor, which was just as big, if not bigger. And we can kind of see an overview of the mountains of books that is in here. And it was just such a surreal experience and just incredible to be able to do a book signing here. And I will cherish this moment forever. So here's another close-up of my table. As I said, there is Asparians and Whispering Willow, the English and French version, some of my pens, and some flyers. Now, what I'm going to be talking about in this video is going to be a special edition of the true story behind Asparians, Gardens, Elements, and kind of diving deeper into the characters while I sign some copies of Asparians and Whispering Willow. So if you don't already know the premise of the story, which I assume you do, but if not, let me elaborate. So Asparians, Gardens, Elements is a story about how these humans live on this planet called Eleanor, which is essentially Earth, except elemental powers and elemental energy exist. So we have cities that are built up on the clouds, cities deep in the water, or in the heart of jungles. And basically at the age of 14, every human on Eleanor gains their elemental power, but sometimes there are some late bloomers, as we say, that gain their elemental powers when they're 15 or 16, but that's not abnormal since a large percentage of the humans on Eleanor also have that occurrence. But anyway, the protagonist Rael stumbles upon this strange diary in her local library, while looking for a textbook to use in one of her school projects. And that book basically transports her to this other world where her right eye starts glowing a hot pink color, and she comes in contact with a strange glowing figure, which she refers to as the glowing man, or in some cases the glowing man figure. Now, this glowing man seems to be having a connection between her and basically the prompt that this diary is telling her, which is to go on this journey to find the 13 elemental crystals that powerful warriors that existed a long time ago, named the Guardians of Elements, had wielded in order to stop these monsters. Now, Rael is very confused, but eventually she sets out on this journey and she meets new characters, followed by her close two friends, Aki and Kiera, and legendary guardians that are somehow still alive, Evan and Willow. And they embark on this perilous journey to find these 13 elemental crystals, going through freezing tundras, the depths of the jungles, and the deepest blues in the sea. If you guys want to get a copy of Asparians, it's available here at the Rochester, New York Barnes&Nobles, or also at any major online bookstore. Now, moving on to Whispering Willow, it's also the same type of fantasy genre story where humans live in this magical realm called Enchantia, which once again is essentially Earth, except humans have magical powers ranging from mind control, telekinesis, etc. And our protagonist Gabrielle awakens in this world that she basically no longer remembers because she has amnesia and she lost all her memories. And now she has to go on this quest to find her memories by looking for a magical tree called the Whispering Willow that is said to be able to have that capacity. She meets new friends, or I guess quote unquote new friends, along the way, and embarks on a perilous journey across her realm. Once again, these books are available here at the Barnes&Nobles in Rochester, New York, or at any major online bookstore. Until next time.